Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one.
Mayan World Adventure Park is located about half-mile north of the Placencia roundabout on the Thomas Vincent Highway. When our Belize Watch team arrived, we were met by Federico Villanueva. He gave us some history about the park and several fun activities visitors can enjoy. We will have that conversation after this break to thank our partners, Del Martin, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and Ministry of Blue Economy.
We stay apart, then we love to fall. Count on you, count on one and all. This stuff for you, that for me, this stuff for we. This stuff for you, that for me, this stuff for we. Love and respect one another. Hello man, that is your brother, yeah.
Orange Rockies, Kevin Bernard is here. Have no fear. A leader with integrity, Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted for Kevin Bernard. Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's who we. Orange Rockies we love he. Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's who we. Kevin Bernard is serious about education. He fight for scholarships for everyone, assisting thousands of students in Orange Rockies. He fight and support persons with diverse needs. He care about youths in we community. That's why every year he got Mundialito for we. A leader with integrity, Kevin Bernard. That's who we.
Give your home or office a stunning makeover with exquisite custom-made furniture from Tibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street in Belize City. Our skilled artisans will use the finest wood available to bring your design dreams to life, tailoring furniture to match your vision perfectly. You can also check out our wide assortment of desks, sofa beds, washing machines, high-quality TVs, kitchen sinks, and refrigerators. Call us at 670-8061 or visit us today. Tibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street, Belize City. Tibari. Get more, pay less.
Have you designed a project that protects and preserves our vital mangroves? Now's your chance to be recognized as a mangrove conservation champion. Join the Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge, a national competition celebrating innovative designs that enhance and preserve mangroves on private property. Developers, landowners, and other interested groups are welcome to register before October 15th, 2024. For more information, visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one.
You know, I've always passed this area, Mayan World Adventure Park. I've stopped once or twice. I've taken pictures in front of this monument that on which we are seated at this point in time. It's a beautiful replica of a Mayan temple. But I want to find out more about what goes on here at Mayan World Adventure Park. Now, Paul Mahong usually makes my arrangement family. And I call this gentleman family because he's Villanueva. He's Federico Villanueva. And we just established the connection. Federico. Where is Federico?
It's an honor to have you guys here at Mayan World Adventure Park. And good question, Doc.
Pedrito. It's Pedrito, but not Pedrito.
It's supposed to be Pedrito.
Uh-huh.
But I think when my dad went to the registry, I think that's where he made a mistake.
Uh-huh.
But he always said to me that your name's supposed to be Pedrito, not Pedrito, because he said that he used to like this guy that we used to sing in Mexico, Pedrito Fernandez.
Okay.
So, and that's where the confusion happened. So now, when he realized that instead of P, they put F. So he said he blamed the registry department.
Okay.
So that I think that's where the confusion took place.
Yeah. And they used to make mistakes in those days, Fedrito, right? And I feel like I call it Pedrito. They used to make mistakes in those days because even my grandfather, Maurice Villanueva, thought he was Maurice Miller. But when he went to get married and he got his birth certificate, he found he was Maurice Villanueva, and so had to obviously become what he really is, which is Maurice Villanueva, right? Mauricio Villanueva. Yeah, Mauricio Villanueva. And you are Pedrito Villanueva, because there was some of the Villanuevas that came across, families of course, but they came across from the caste war, right? The elders, no, the Villanueva elders. Anyway, Maya Adventure Park. But Paul, where are we?
Well, actually, Chief and Mr. Fedrito, some months ago when Ava mentioned that they'd be coming south to do Belize Watch documentary, this was one of the destinations we were longing for. And I got in touch with Miss Nancy Rodas Palmer. Very, very warm, very receptive, very hospitable person. And she was very eager to have us, Chief. And thus, it all boiled down to those contacts months ago to this blessed day. And when we got here, the young man at the booth there was extremely kind. He said, look, just hold on a second. I'm going to get a man who will come over. And so we saw this young guy coming, Mr. Pedrito Villanueva. He is I call him a professional guide because he's very professional from his very approach to now. But on Miss Nancy Rodas Palmer, I think is the accountant manager or something like that. But they are all been very receptive, and I publicly like to say very quickly, if I don't get it, thanks to all of them for being very warm to us.
Well, Fedrito, before we get into this discussion about Maya Adventure World, I want to hear about your side of the family. Your history.
Yes. So, Mr. Rene, I think, part of me is, I have my first language is Maya, which because we grew up in a Mayan community. But a lot of people would ask, but you guys' surname is totally different from the Mayans. So that always boiled up in me, and one day I asked Dad and I asked him, where did we get that surname? And he started to explain to me his background, his history, where our great grandfather came from, and that's where we realized that we have a roots in the Yucatan. In Mexico, like what you said, the Casta War makes them to flee into Belize because they were killing them, so they came into Belize, and I think my great grandfather went to live in Pueblo Viejo. There he went and lived and start a new family, and that's where he married to a Mayan woman.
Right.
So that's where the mix-up came in. That's where the mix-up came in. But still, if Dad, when he used to, ask questions and if he wants to, tell us something, he would always, tell us in Spanish, and sometimes we lost, because I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I didn't grow up even when I was going to school. Because around us are Mayan people. Our community is majority of them are Mayan people, which Mopan, And we went to school, and they teach us in Spanish, because they're a Spanish class, and a lot of people will tell me, but oh, you don't need for no Spanish, man, because you don't know. I tell them no. I tell them no. No, I grew up, talking Maya, Mopan. So, but this is where all the mixed up came in, and now that when I realized that, I have families, living in Mexico.
In Mexico, still, yeah.
I have a family living I think we have family living in Placencia, in Belize. Like, when I always see Dr. Rene, and I always say, I wonder if Dr. Rene is part of, the family tree.
But it's so.
And now that, I met him as person, and you can actually, you can actually see where the trees come from.
Yeah. I actually met some of the family in Pueblo Viejo some years ago, but you were not there, and we established a connection. In the case of my great grandfather, he went to Key Chapel. All right, and used to fish and sell fish into Belize City, and he got involved with a Creole lady, right, and that's where my grandfather came from, right. So in the case of your great grandfather, he got involved with a Mayan lady. In the case of my great grandfather, he got involved with a Creole lady. Okay.
And that's where and that's where the roots came in.
That's the roots, right?
Yeah. So, but nevertheless, like I was telling you, I think Villanueva is not really like a common surname in Belize. It's very few. But if you go in Pueblo Viejo, I met a lot of my family. A lot of families are out there, and my because my parents grew up there. They actually, my mommy and daddy grew up in Pueblo, Pueblo Viejo. They married there, but again, for they want to look for a better living, so they came into the Stan Creek area. Maybe probably back in the 70s, and I born in Santa Rosa Village. That's where I born.
Santa Rosa is not far from here.
Far from here. It's about what, 4 miles from here.
Yeah.
But that is actually where I born, in that little community.
Okay.
And I went to school there. I did all my my adolescence. Went into I actually left there when I was 28 years old. So now I live in Santa Cruz. So I left Santa Rosa to come and live in Santa Cruz.
And Santa Cruz is a village right around by the roundabout.
By the roundabout, yes. So I have over 12 or 15 years living in Santa Cruz now.
Okay.
But my parents are still living. They're still in Santa Rosa.
Okay.
Which is a blessing to me, because they're there.
They're there.
They're there. Yeah.
Now, your connection with Mayan World Adventure, how did that start?
Because I always think about because I was pretty much open to many people, no. And when I look at, because Mayan World, I think exists in 2017.
Okay.
And so by that time I was still working with the Belize Audubon Society.
Okay.
So I was working there, and I always, travel, because I was stationed at Coxcomb Basin, the Jagger Preserve. I was stationed there.
Okay, yeah.
And so I used to travel every day, and I used to see this, like what you said, I used to see this place, up and down. But that time, I didn't have a license, to do tours. So during that time, I realized that, since I was in the organization for, I think I did 9 years at Belize Audubon Society. Mm-hmm. And so in 2018, I think that's when I started to do my license in Placencia, so that I can able to do tours. But one of the things that I always see is that, I always said to myself that if I would get a job here, I think I would have an advantage.
Yeah.
Because it's much closer to home.
Uh-huh.
So I took the privilege that I got, and I went and get my license, and not realizing that I would be like the supervisor, the the operation manager within the area. I mean, which is, I mean, it's. I was surprised of myself because, I mean, I think like I always said to to many people, I think everything have a you have a calling, and so when I came here at the Mayan World Adventure Park, things were just getting there. It was not like they were up to their standard. They were just open. It's 2 years. I mean, 2000. I came in 2019, so it's like 2 years. But when I came in, I start to realize that we can upgrade, in many aspects in terms of if we want to attract tourism, because one of the biggest thing in the south is tourism. So that's where I went into action and try to plan out some different in some different areas like the tubing, the ATVs, well, actually they were already planning it, but I just came in and said, executed it and let's do it. And I can tell you that there is a whole, not only tubing that you can do it now at Mayan World, but there's a whole lot that you can do. But we can talk.
Well, Fedrito, I'd like you to at least show me around this time, and then I'll come and actually do it at another time. But definitely, I like to be shown around at this time for sure, and to get an idea of what Mayan World Adventures is. Like I said, we always pass. We even stop and take pictures like everybody else. But where we are seated right now is a replica of a Maya temple. How did this come about?
Well, I think the owner is he's so in love with the of what the Mayans because remember this used to be a banana farm.
Yes.
And he named his place Mayan King. And so I think he really loves in terms of the what the Mayans did to because I mean especially like if you go from different places in Belize, you see different architects that they build, and it's something reflects. And I think this guy really loves the designs that these Mayan people used to do. So he said, what, let us build one here.
Yeah.
And but he was into nature. This which may he rest in peace, because he passed away a couple weeks ago. So may he rest in peace. But he was into his, he always, into like he was an adventurous person, and that's why I think when he realized that the banana farm was going down, his other option was to build tourism. And here we are. I mean, which, it provides us, it provides not only me, but there's other people that works, on the Mayan World, which is, they're so happy, to have this beautiful place. Yeah. Belizean, and without him, I mean,
this will not happen.
This going to happen.
I know you're talking about a great late Belizean, right? Who has done quite a lot, like you rightly said, and I like the way you put it. You're talking about none other than the late great John Zabané, right? Who we knew, and we're happy that this place is as Belizean as it gets.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can know that Mr. John Zabané has done a lot in the south. Well, actually, was like his second home.
Yes.
Although he has a home in Dangriga, but from the day that I started to work here, I always see Mr. John, going around his farm, even though that there is crisis going around, especially with his oranges, but you can see the love in him that agriculture was was his passion.
He was passionate.
You know,
about
he
that
was
project.
He was passionate about what he does. Then he would come to me and always, you know, ask me, you know, how is tourism? You know, how can we develop? How can we add more, you know, attractions so that we can attract more people? I tell her, Mr. John, you know, we can actually sit on the table and we can talk, and then we can see how we can able to, you know, get more activities so that we can, you know, attract more people. He said, yes, because we are in the right place. You know, we are in the middle of where the tourism actually comes, Hopkins and Placencia. And I tell her, it's very true. And he was so into it. Like, you know, the places, you know, if you go around his places, they're so unique in that I would say that, you know, they are the forest that he is protecting. Although, you know, this is a private land, but he also understands that, you know, sustainable is very important. You know, protecting the fauna and the flora was his passion. Like, you know, he said, don't touch that, don't do that. You know, let's try to, you know, protect what Mother Nature has to offer for us. And I think, you know, actually we're gonna go there. If you go by the tubing, where the tubing and the zipline happens, man, a lot of people will say, wow, this is so beautiful.
I can't wait to see it.
and so in terms of, you know, Mr. John, I think, you know, he did a lot in terms of in the South. He is actually, you know, he have helped many people in the South. You know, I used to remember when I was growing up as a child, you know, while going to high school, you know, I came here to work. You know, I came here to work to help in terms of, you know, helping me in terms of my school, you know, because, you know, he was one of the biggest in terms of the banana industry. He was one of the biggest farmer.
Big.
Yeah, he was pretty big, and he was like huge. And he has like hundreds of people were working for him. So he was providing jobs for many people in the South. And so I would you know, I would pay tribute to his, you know, to his passing. And he's a man of the South, I can tell you. Yeah, he has done a lot. Yeah. And that's why Mayan World is where it is today, because of this man.
So he conceived the sculpture himself, or?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so iconic, you know. This has become like a major iconic piece. You know?
No, I mean, I can tell you thousands of Belizeans every day. You know, I can tell you that if I were to collect a fee here, I think I would, you know, I would make good money. But no, it's here because, you know, because he wants to attract, you know, people that, you know, you can make things happen.
Yes.
You know, you can make things happen. Because a lot of times people confuse, you know. They just come here and take picture, and, you know, they go by their business, and, you know, but they don't know what's taken behind. But if you notice that little house there, if you go and ask the young man what's going, he's going to explain to you the different activities that we have.
So quickly, as we get ready to go and see what is behind this major masterpiece that we are seated on, what are the attractions that we
well, Doc and Paul, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do here, you know. It's not just taking a picture by this replica of the Mayan temple that we have here. But if you go by the little booth that we have there, you know, you go ask that fine gentleman that is in the booth, and ask him the different tours that we do. He's going to explain to you. But let me just tell you that the tours that we have here, first is zip lining, which we have 7 lines that, you know, you can go across from tree to tree.
7 lines.
7 lines.
Wow.
From tree to tree. You know, across one of the main river that we have, the South Stank Creek River.
Wow.
And then from there, you know, when people finish to do the zip lining, then they come down and they do the river tubing. So there is a combination there, zip lining and river tubing, which you float down on the South Stank Creek River. Yes, and then you go through some ripples, rapids, like little small waterfalls, which they're classified as level 2 rapids, which makes it more adventurous.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it takes you like 45 to an hour on the tube, yeah, on the South Stank Creek River. And then from there, we have the waterfall, which is, it's about 15 minutes driving. You get to one of the one of the best waterfall, I think. And it's one of the easiest one that you can visit in Belize.
Which one is that?
The Mayan King waterfall. Very easy to reach because actually you can drive all the way there and then it's only like about 2 minutes to the parking lot and then you're right by the waterfall.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then from there you can ask about our horseback riding, which, we have our horseback riding. And then also we have, the four-wheelers, the ATVs.
ATVs.
Yeah, the ATVs, which is one of the best-selling tours. One of the highlights.
Yeah.
At Mayan World, a lot of people come and do the ATVs because they love, to play in the mud, or they love, because there's a transition that happens, when there's dry season and wet season. Some people love they love the wet. Yeah, but again, we add on to other tours. We do kayaking now on the South Stank Creek River, which is recently open.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is a kayaking that you do for 3 hours. While we kayak, we look at some birds and amazing. And then also we do hiking. We have our new hiking trail that just opened.
Well, we will do our recordings and just look at these sites at this today. But I am coming back to actually do it, right? Making a promising that family. We're coming back to actually go on the trails and go on the cave tubing and zip line. But I can't wait to see what it looks like. Yes. So let's go and visit at least some of them, if not all.
I'm not quite sure if Fedrito mentioned the exact location, how the distance, like from Dangriga or things like that. Maybe you could comment on that.
Yes. So we are on 21 and a half miles on the Southern Highway, which is now they know it as name it as TV Ramos Road, right close to Placencia Junction. So everybody know where is Mayan King, because Mayan King was here since. When they used to know that banana farm was here. So, but we're on the 21 and a half miles on the Southern Highway. And of course, we open we don't have any holidays.
And the fee to access these wonders that are behind it?
The fees, we have, of course, we have our local fees and, the international fees. So, the fine gentleman that is in the office will be explaining that to us to see what are the prices. But again, we open, from 7 days a week. Okay. There is no holiday for us.
Wow.
And and you can check us on Facebook, Instagram. We have our own Facebook. So check us, Mayan World Adventure Park or the Mayan World Destination. It will pop you out. And then you can find, the different formations that we have there.
Okay, cool. Let's go and explore, at least from where we are concerned, Paul.
When we come back, we will begin our tour of the park and get more details. But first, a break to hear from our partners, Del Martin, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and Ministry of Blue Economy.
You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one.
Orange Rockies. Kevin Bernard is here. Have no fear. A leader with integrity. Kevin Bernard. That's for we. We have voted for Kevin Bernard. Kevin Bernard. That's for we. We have voted Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's for we. Orange Rockies we love he. Kevin Bernard. That's for we. We have both Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's for we. Kevin Bernard is serious about education. He fight for scholarships for everyone. Assist
your home or office a stunning makeover with exquisite custom-made furniture from Dibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street in Belize City. Our skilled artisans will use the finest wood available to bring your design dreams to life, tailoring furniture to match your vision perfectly. You can also check out our wide assortment of desks, sofa beds, washing machines, high-quality TVs, kitchen sinks, and refrigerators. Call us at 670-8061 or visit us today. Dibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street, Belize City. Dibari. Get more, pay less.
Have you designed a project that protects and preserves our vital mangroves? Now's your chance to be recognized as a mangrove conservation champion. Join the Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge, a national competition celebrating innovative designs that enhance and preserve mangroves on private property. Developers, landowners, and other interested groups are welcome to register before October 15th, 2024. For more information, visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel you come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one.
So this is your entrance here,
Yes.
the booth that everyone is accountable to.
That's correct, Chief. So this is our main entrance point to get to the different sites that we have now. Again, this is where you find one of the gentlemen, and there's a young lady that works from Monday to Friday. But these are where you get your ticket. Now, all depends what you're looking forward to do. No, which of course people would always look at the board that we always have outside, to see decide which tour that they want to do. But this is where you get your pricing. And of course we're gonna tell you what's the price, Chief. So Chief, the ATV price for a 45 minutes tour, which is, we call it a jungle tour now. It goes to roughly around 60 Belize per person, and for the foreigners it's double. So it's a $60 US.
But you provide the ATVs and everything, right?
Yes,
So
of course.
you're renting an ATV from you.
You
guide and everything.
so you rent a ATV for 60 Belize, and then you there is a guide. Of course, every tour have a guide. It's not a self-guided. There is a licensed guides on every tour that you do. So when you pay for your tour, it means that it comes along with a guide. So when you go by the ATV site, you rent a bike, and then from there you just there's a guide that's already waiting, and then from there you take the trail.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, we have three type of trails that we usually take on the ATVs. We have the 45 minutes, we have the 2 hours, which is the one that takes you to the waterfall.
Okay.
And
2 hours.
that's 2 hours. And then we have the 3 hours, which is the one that there is another waterfall in the area, but that's right behind the foothills that we are seeing behind us.
Those are the Mayan Mountains, right?
Those are the Mayan Mountains. Yeah, the
beautiful
foothills,
Mayan
beautiful.
Mountains, right?
So that's the foothills of the Mayan Mountains. So when you go behind that, there's another waterfall there, which is you can rent a ATV from us, and then you go behind that foothills, and then you just drive yourself all the way to that waterfall. Yeah. So that's a 3 hours tour. So the pricing for that is, I think it's 130 Belize.
Yeah. That's because that's quite a distance.
That's quite distant, per person.
Is that Garbage Waterfall by chance?
No. That's we call it the Bush to Niche. We call it Black Rock. Bush to Niche.
Okay.
Bush to Niche is Mayan word. But yeah, Black Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's amazing. It's beautiful out there. Yeah.
I got to do that. I have to come here from early morning and spend the whole day.
Yeah, and of course it's not only like you just drive an ATV and then you just know. Many times you can come across with the faunas. Like there's some wildlife. Like wild peccaries. You know, one time we saw a crested, you know, some so many flocks of crested quans, the birds, and also we have like the different. I saw a tapir along that way too. So there are a lot of wildlife around that area because it's so dense.
Have you seen king jaguar?
Never. I see some footprints along the way, but not.
Yeah, they're elusive.
They're elusive, very very elusive. Yeah. So, but you know, it's not only you're riding an ATV, but also you have a chance of seeing, you know, a wildlife on that trail. And then the one that takes you to the waterfall, which is 2 hours, I think that goes up to like 105 Belize per person. That's the 2 hours one.
Okay, so you're on the ATV, you're with a guide, and you're moving around for 2 hours.
Remember that, you know, you're paying for your ATV, so the guide has his own bike.
Oh, he has his own bike.
He has his own bike.
Own ATV.
So you have your own ATV.
Okay.
And then because at the site they're gonna give you a little lesson, you know, to how to maneuver the bike, and then from there you go with them.
You go with them.
Yes.
It's quite an adventure.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's real adventure.
You know, I heard some folks saying when I came in, man, we're late. We wanted to use the ATV, but there's none.
Yeah.
They're all taken.
No,
so we have very popular tour.
Like what I said earlier, Chief. I think one of our best-selling tours is the ATVs. Yeah, and I mean a lot of people know about it, and I think it's so attractive to many that they just want to go out and either play in the mud or whatever or go to the waterfall, you know, with a bike.
All right.
Yeah. So and that's the ATV. Also, we have the zip lining, like I said, you know, which we have the 7 lines, like I said earlier. You know, you go from tree to tree across the main river.
That's a different.
That's a different price. So usually that price would go up to like 73 Belize dollars for Belizeans, you know, and then you just double that for the non-Belizeans. Yeah, so that's the price for this, and it's a 7 lines.
7 lines.
So it's a 7 lines. So that's quite an adventure. So I think it worth to pay us some. Yeah, it worth it to pay us $73.
Because you're ziplining over rivers.
Over rivers, yeah. And then right by the zip line in the area too, that's where we have the tubing. So when you finish with the zip lining, then you can actually just come down and do the river tubing. So it's a combination. So it's a combination. So a lot of people would combine it, and they say, you know what? And we usually give a good price when you want to do a combination. So the tubing is 40 Belize per person.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can come, either you can just do the zip line, or you want to do the combination, or you can just come and do the tubing, which is not a problem. Okay. You just come and you have your water gears, like whatever you need on the river, your shoes, or
next time we bring your water gear.
Your water gear, and then we provide everything in terms of the helmets, the jackets, the tubes, and then of course you would be going with a guide, and then from there it takes like 45 an hour on the South Stank River. Wow. Yeah, and then at the end point we have our everything out there as well, like the exit signs and whatever. So and then coming out, you can actually do the waterfall, which is a lot of, like, you see this vehicle, the pass, most of them just go to the waterfall.
Okay.
So they just come and spend the whole day at the waterfall, which is 20 Belize per person.
Okay, well, you need to show me some of this, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and then from there, we do the horseback as well, the horseback riding, which we do the jungle tour, and also we do the horseback, to the waterfall, which is a half-day tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's very amazing. Congratulations, it's impressive. I'm sure you're on a good tourist day, you're full.
Oh yeah. Actually, during the busy time of the year, like cruise ship day. Well, we don't have cruise ships, but we do get a little bit of numbers when actually the dock at Placencia, they would come in and Norwegian, they would just come in and do like a river tubing, one thing, and then from there they go back again. But most of our guests, they are either the resorts or people that just walk in and just pop in and then they go for a tour, have fun. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see some of the attractions, to at least to look at them.
Yeah, well,
today.
Starting by the office, you know.
Okay, so this is where we do horseback.
Yes, so Chief, this is where we start with the horseback tour. So if you notice that we have the horse line up already for the tours, no? So we have
4, 5, 6, 7,
7,
8.
8 horses.
8 horses,
You know,
and ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. You know, we want to see Paul one of them.
You think Paul could?
He said he don't go boy.
Paul, come prove yourself here to us, man. Come on, Paul. Paul. Let's see you. Let's see Paul Mahongat on a horse.
Yes.
Right?
So which
I
one?
mean, I know he's a soldier, but not a horseman.
So which one are your favorite horse, Paul? You see anyone that?
I love all of them. I love all of them, Chief. They look to be very friendly horses, and I think really a treat for somebody to ride a horse out here in this wonderful environment, Chief. And Ava was riding one earlier, and she was a magnificent rider. She reminded me of the lady in the Wild West, you know, riding horse, letting 2 hands, and, you know, singing a song. She was
You have to try it again for the camera, right?
but I don't know if she wants to do it again, because I saw like 3 little birds flying over her, and, you know, hummingbird passed by, a butterfly, Chief. This was a treat I had in my life.
Let's be proud of the things that make us one. Peace in the jewel.
So, Pedrito, we came up the mountain here. I mean, we're not on top of the mountain yet. I mean, we could look over there and see that we have much higher to go. These are the Mayan Mountains, right?
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
I can't help but admire the beauty. And you all have to do a lot of work keeping these roads going, right?
Definitely, Chief. I think you've seen that coming in. No? Just the view, spectacular view of the foothills of the Maya Mountains. But again, there's a lot of work that usually being done, especially these times. Now, these are the times when we get, when the season is kind of slow for us, we get into maintenance. Ensure that our trails are well maintained. If you notice our road coming in,
the road is well maintained. I have to say, commend you for that. There was no problem driving in up to here, and we drove for how many miles?
Pretty much that's like about 4 or 5 miles coming in on that road. And like I said, Chief, a lot of people, commend our road, because I can tell you, you don't have to have a 4-wheel drive.
No.
Yeah,
It was quite easy.
Quite easy. 2-wheel drive. I mean, you come in and it's not a big deal. It's not like you're going up to a certain area in the mountain Pine Ridge that where you have to have a 4-wheel drive, but not at our location at Mayan World. We ensure that we ensure that our road condition. It's always to its level that whereby we can have our visitors. They don't have to have that double mind, to come in and visit us. I mean, of course, if you have your road good, there is no complaints.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main things that we always ensure that our roads are always being maintained. So this is where we are at this famous zip lining. Behind 5 miles behind that the foothills of the Maya Mountains, Chief.
5 miles behind the Maya Mountains.
Yes.
Okay, and then like I said, we're surrounded by the beautiful Maya Mountains. There's a peak right over there, and there's another one here, and so we are nestled right in the middle.
Yeah. And that's why if you notice the river down that way.
Is down there, you can hear the roar.
Yeah, because it's like when you're floating on the river, you're floating right between the two side of the ridge of the mountains.
mountains.
Yeah, and so just imagine here, Chief, habitats that live in this area.
I could imagine jaguars. I could imagine the different type of wildlife that we have, the tapir and others, the ocelot. I think you'll find all.
Just the few of the many things that you find here.
Yeah.
I was telling Paul and Ava coming in, during the when the season of these polewood starts to bloom, all these fruit trees that start to bloom. That's like the birds, and one of those colorful birds that we have in Belize, I can tell you, the scarlet macaws. During the season of the scarlet macaws, you will see like hundreds of them, flying in our areas, which is, this is one of the key area for them, because, they know that these birds are they feel protected. They feel that they have their in terms of the habitat, they have so many fruits that they can able to feed on. So people don't really have to go all the way to Red Bank to see a scarlet macaw, but coming in, floating down the river or zip lining, you fly with them. You fly with them
because you're coming from a high
elevation altitude. Yeah. So like
down.
I was telling you, Coxcomb is not far from here.
Yeah.
Very, very close. If I would take you all the way to the border of Coxcomb, it's only like about 2 miles. We're by the Coxcomb Basin Buncher line. So they come into that area and they come into our area. And they know that there is a habitat for them here.
Because the Coxcomb Basin is a reserve.
It's a reserve.
Yeah,
so they feel protected.
They feel protected, so they just wander across.
Yes.
They don't know no boundaries like we do.
Yes. No, they don't. They don't do any boundaries.
Yeah.
They can easily access our areas, and these are some of the few things that you see in these areas, Chief. This area is, like I tell you, it's spectacular.
And standing here talking to you and listening to that beautiful music coming from down there, the music of the river. Let's see if we can capture a little bit of the music that the river is making right now. So calm. Yeah, that's relaxing. Just to stand here or sit here. You could almost put a restaurant here and sit here and listen to the sound of the water. And
imagine you rent a tube from us, and then you grab a tube and then you go down and
down the water. I'm coming back to do that, I'm coming back to do that.
That was what you're telling me all the while. So I hope that I can see back Paul, you and Ava.
Sure.
Definitely I would open myself to you guys and actually tour you.
Well, family are holding you to that. Right?
Yeah.
Federico, the zip line. This zips right across the river, right?
So if you notice what we're
but
seeing,
it comes from high up, right?
yes. So this is actually where we're at the ending point, Chief. This is where people actually end. This is the 7th line.
Oh, so it comes from that side. So it
goes like a zigzag. So the start goes up there. That's like you have to climb like about 20 steps to go up. Where they have these station, the guides usually station, and then from there they gear you up. They put on your helmets and then they how they call this harnessed. And then from there they take you and they give you some briefing, and then from there they just let you go on the line. But remember, when you will always have a receiver on the other end.
Yeah.
There's a guy that usually receive. So when the first person go, there's another guy waiting for that person to reach, and he receive that person. And then from there, the last person will be the person that sends.
Yeah.
Because remember, you need to have people. You have to have a guide sending the people. So there is a receiver and a sender. So that line goes to that end, and then it goes zigzag. From tree to tree across the river. So this is the end.
And then ends here.
This ends here, yeah.
Okay.
So they come all the way that way, and this is the brakes. So they would release this and they would put it all the way there, so that when people come, they actually brakes. So there is a lot of safety on this
double
activity.
line.
Yeah, this is a double line. Double lines, which is very, very important.
Yeah.
So in terms of the platforms, everything, You know, there is always safety. You know, every now and again they check the platforms, they check the lines every day. That's one of the things that they do. You know, checking lines, ensure that, you know, when the tour starts, you know, during the day, they ensure that, you know, nothing, you know, can actually, you know, makes the day goes bad.
Okay.
You know, so safety is always there, you know, in terms of this activity.
In relation to where we are standing, how far away is the first waterfall?
The first waterfall is about, what, 15-20 minutes from here.
From here.
From
okay.
here, yeah.
So I guess we'll do that another time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, but like I said, a lot of times people come here, Chief. Most of the tours that they do is that, you know, when they do a combination, you know, they will do this. And if you notice where the tubing starts, it's not far. So it's very, very close to each other. So that's why a lot of people will do the combination.
So you zip line.
So you zip line, you know, your adrenaline is still high.
Yeah.
And then when you float down the river,
you relax.
You relax.
Oh, and the sound of the water where we are right now. That sounds so beautiful.
you can actually just hear it from here.
Can we take a peek?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just take a little peep at the tubing area.
We will continue our fun visit to Mayan World Adventure Park after this break to hear from our partners, Del Martin, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and Ministry of Blue Economy.
Where they come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean?
Orange Rockies. Kevin Bernard is here. Have no fear. A leader with integrity. Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted for Kevin Bernard. Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's who we. Orange Rockies we love he. Kevin Bernard. That's who we have voted Kevin and the PUP. Kevin Bernard. That's who we. Kevin Bernard is serious about education. He fight for scholarships for everyone, assisting thousands of students in Orange Rockies. He fight and support persons with diverse needs. He care about youths in we community. That's why every year he got Mundalito for we. A leader with integrity. Kevin Bernard, that's who we.
Give your home or office a stunning makeover with exquisite custom-made furniture from Dibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street in Belize City. Our skilled artisans will use the finest wood available to bring your design dreams to life, tailoring furniture to match your vision perfectly. You can also check out our wide assortment of desks, sofa beds, washing machines, high-quality TVs, kitchen sinks, and refrigerators. Call us at 670-8061 or visit us today. Dibari Furniture, number 18 Church Street, Belize City. Dibari. Get more, pay less.
Have you designed a project that protects and preserves our vital mangroves? Now's your chance to be recognized as a mangrove conservation champion. Join the Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge, a national competition celebrating innovative designs that enhance and preserve mangroves on private property. Developers, landowners, and other interested groups are welcome to register before October 15th, 2024. For more information, visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one.
So, Federico, this is where we do tubing, right?
That's right, Chief. This is the famous river tubing down south.
And it's on the Sand Creek River?
The South Sand Creek River.
Sand Creek River.
South Sand Creek River.
But there's a North Sand Creek and a South Sand Creek, right?
There is. There is a South Sand Creek and North Sand Creek. North Sand Creek is the one that ends up in Dangriga. Passes through, I think, right getting into, I think that village is Hope Creek. You know, there is a passing through through Marie Sharp, going all the way down, end up to Dangriga. So that's the North Stand Creek.
That's Stand Creek.
And then this is the South Stand
Stand
Creek.
And this empties where?
This empties, goes actually, most of our rivers end up in the ocean.
In the ocean, but what part of Belize?
This ends up between Hopkins and Riversdale and Hopkins.
Okay.
Yeah, so it dumps into that, between that,
Mississippi River
yeah, the
area.
City River area.
Okay, and we see some folks getting ready to go and do tubing, enjoying themselves.
For sure. This is where we start do our river tubing. If you notice, this is where we have our gears. You know, we ensure that
Really it's river tubing.
it's
right?
river tubing. It's not cave tubing. But
You don't have caves on the way.
not in the south, Chief, because we don't have any limestone. No.
Okay.
So these are mostly sandstones we have.
Okay.
You know, so it's not limestone. Most of our cave you can find that in the beautiful western part of the country, which is Cayo and few in Toledo. But this is river tubing. A lot of people confuse themselves, no, Chief. You know, they say, "Oh, we want to go do the cave tubing." I tell them, "No, it's not cave tubing. It's river tubing."
No, the folks we have here, they're preparing themselves. They're going to be briefed, right? What's before they go down?
Yes,
they go with a guide, right?
Every tour that we do.
There's a guide there. No?
Yeah, every tour that we do, Chief, is it's the work of the guide here is to ensure that he brief his guests first, and then ensure that if you notice they have their helmets and jackets. So that's the first thing that we provide to our people. Ensure safety first. And then the guide will issue their tube, and then from there he would stand up, what he's doing right now, and then he would
Give
brief,
them a briefing,
and then from there he would just debrief, and then from there he give them instruction, starting at the starting point of the going down the river.
Okay, and where do we start?
It's about 2 minutes walking down, Chief.
Okay.
So when you get your equipments here, you walk on like 2 minutes.
So can we follow them? Or?
We can.
Hey guys, they're following you guys, man. Looking forward to have fun. I mean, we're not getting in the water with you, though. So how is the wine business going in Mr. Castillo? How the wine business going?
The wine business is going good, man.
Yeah.
Can't complain, everything. Kind of least worry, because of the tourism industry, right? But after that, you pick up after a while.
Yeah.
Because wine coming to Christmas soon, right? So, then people are trying to purchase their wine for the Christmas, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Because let me tell folks that we met in 2022, and because he has a wine industry in the same area here.
Yeah, same area. So it's south. When you go to the south, I always come for do the cave tubing, the zip lining, and the ATV down this side.
This is not the first time you're doing this, right?
No, not the first time.
And you enjoy it?
I very enjoy it. It is nice. People from the car, you need to come, Corozal, or you enjoy Belize, you need to go down this side.
Yes,
South is love.
The South is love, right?
Yes, South is love.
You're a true son of the South.
Of course. You can't go wrong. You not enjoy yourself enjoy yourself down the areas there.
Yes.
This side I love. You have to enjoy this side.
Maya King.
Maya King, everywhere you go.
Yes.
All right, well, I'll let you know, right?
Okay, so man, get up with your crowd. Next thing you're going to go river tube left you.
River tube. There you go, Chief. And for the people that people would always ask this, and especially when they see rapids like these, they would ask, "Oh, but I'm not a good swimmer," and that's why we always say, we have a guide, with you. So if you are not sure enough to go by yourself, then that's where you come in. And if you want to tandem with the guide, you want to connect with the guide, then of course you can do that.
Yeah.
Then somebody can be close to you, watching you and guiding you, when you going down the river.
I wouldn't advise anyone to do this on their own, because this just to look at that.
Yeah.
Just to go down there.
Yeah, for sure, not cheap. This is those are one of the things that we don't really allow people to go by themselves, and that's why we have enough guides on site.
Yeah.
Most of the time that we ensure that we have guides go with groups of people. So you won't you will not be allowed to go by yourself on these tours.
Is it much farther?
Yeah, right there, go down.
Oh, where they're going? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So just looking at the view, and I would imagine where this river comes from, Paul. You know.
It's come from some waterfall or something or the other. But it's from the same waterfall.
The mountain source.
Yeah. Yeah. So this river passes through the Coxcomb Basin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually clean water.
Yeah.
You can drink it,
You
right?
can drink this.
Yeah,
This
you
is
could
spring.
drink.
This is spring fed.
Yeah.
Natural.
Natural water.
I mean, I remember growing up as a child, Chief.
Uh-huh.
There is no like a reservoir that you go to a pipe and then you just open the faucet and you get your clean water. No, back then is parents send their children to go down the river with their bucket and dip this same river, because we know that this river is clean because it comes from the mountain. Yeah. So what we do is that we just boil it and then we drink it.
Yeah.
But besides that, this is fresh water. This is not like salt.
When it rains, I think it flows down like that, like how these rocks would be, right? It would flow on these rocks and come down
and come down. Yeah. So many times, like when it rains heavy, Chief, many times, it would rain for like couple hours, and then when you come back and see the river condition is already swells because of the different channels, that especially the mountainside, there is water just pouring down, getting into the main source, and then that makes up.
Make it swells up
and rapidly.
Yeah, the little rock there, water flows down.
Yeah.
Well, look
But,
at the rapids.
yeah.
How would they navigate those rapids?
That's where you will instruct your people first. Tell them what to do, how to paddle. Because you can do it alone or you can go with a guide.
Yeah. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't do it alone.
Well,
would recommend
we most of the time people will do it with a guide. Which you connect, and then you just float down. So which is less work.
You think we'll see how our friends float down?
We're very close to where they're going to start.
Okay, so they'll float right down here.
Yeah. But let me tell you that in this river, Chief, there's a lot of fish.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you find some nice mullets, man. Paul, big mullets.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you float down, you'll see some good size mullet, like 5-pound mullet. They swim underneath your tube.
Wow.
And people will say, "Whoa, what's that? That's a big fish." I tell you, yeah, that's a big.
Against the tube,
yeah, that's a mountain mullet.
Yeah.
Which we have them.
Yeah.
We have the machaca.
Yeah.
We have the catfish. One of the highlights I always tell the people, to be able to on the lookout. When you float, many times you will see the otters. The river otter.
River otter.
Yeah, the river otter. Yes, sometimes they will just stay in the rapids. They try sneak out and see if you could catch a fish. And sometimes when they're right there, but again, they're graceful swimmers. So the moment they see you, they go right back underneath the river. But there's a lot of things to see here, Chief.
A whole
lot. It's not just floating down the river. And the good thing is that what, when I see my Belizean people, they come and enjoy for their country. It makes me happy,
Of course.
because this is ours. Yeah, this is ours. Yeah, this is our jewel. And it's so sad that many times when I go to like Cayo, and they would ask me, sometimes I would, they would ask me where I work, and I tell them I work this way, but what you guys offer, they would ask me, and I tell them that this is what we offer.
Paradise right here.
Yeah, but seeing my Belizean people, seeing them like this, coming to enjoy what is ours. It makes me feel like a Belizean.
Yeah.
It's not only for the people outside, man. This is ours.
Be a tourist in your own country.
Yeah.
And
so
come to the Mayan
mountains.
And look at the
zip line up there, see? But sometimes when you see them halfway, they try, how to have time, hard time for maneuver themselves on the river. That's why you tell them, hey guys, don't work yourself too much. Come.
Yeah.
And then we just tie them with us. But this is a safe activity, Chief. And of course, we always try to, look at the river condition most of the time, especially like in the rainy season, Paul. Because we don't want to risk anybody's life as well. We always try to. We have our water gauge. We always look at the river condition, if it's good or not good. Just lately, I had to cancel. I had like 30 people, and I had to cancel the tour because when I look at the river condition, I tell them, no, this is not going to work for me. And well, they happy at some point. They tell me that, I thought you're going to push us on that river condition. I tell them no, but this is part of our job. To have people's safety.
Safety first.
Yep. We want to have fun, but also on the safe side.
And you can see the water comes outside.
This is actually the waste from the water. That's the waste. Yeah. So that logs and everything, dumps, on the side of the river edge.
Federico, in the heart of the dry season in Belize, the river gets very low, or it's like that?
For sure, Paul. Remember that we still need some rains, to ensure that the water level, would be fun, But when it's dry, that's the time when you see a lot of rocks, shooting out, and I would always tell the people, the tubing, kind of get a little bit lazy during the dry season because of certain areas that there is really some shallow parts.
But this is good today.
No, this is the exact. I would say this is one of the nicest point or the nicest time of the year that actually you can do the river tubing.
And your guests they are getting into the...
Yes, if you notice,
getting ready with
some of them are getting tight, see?
Yeah, some of them
some of them are tight. Yeah, so...
All those there, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 of them, yeah.
Tied together.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think they live pretty close by. I think the guy is from Silgrass.
Yeah, that's the grass.
Yeah.
The guy that does the wine.
Yeah, they does the wine, yeah. Look at the kingfisher. See what I know? So the guide paddles in.
So the guide is paddling down.
Yeah, it's paddling out, trying to see the way he could get to the channel, Chief. So you have to read you have to know how the river runs, no?
Okay.
Because remember, the channel, once you get to where the current is coming, it push you easy.
Yeah.
Because always remember that the current is more stronger than us.
That's right.
You can't. No matter how strong, you can't fight.
You can't fight the current.
No matter how strong you're strong.
You
flow with it.
Yeah.
So this is what is taking place. See how this is the class, the level 2 rapids. We consider. And there's the guy that he's floating by himself, Chief.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. See. Yeah, so the guide is it's always try to see where the river current is pushing, so that he can easily maneuver the group.
The group.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
Yeah. See how they're going down.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's all fun here, Chief.
And you hear the laughter.
Man, this is all fun, man. People,
a lot of laughter.
my Belizean people need to know that our country is full of excitement, man.
It's the most beautiful country in the world, man. I mean, look at there. It's Belize.
And I always tell my Belizean people, be a tourist in a country.
That's right.
Get to know Belize. To know. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, just don't stay home. Come out, enjoy your country. There's a whole lot that we can enjoy. The Mother Nature has to offer for us. To learn. So that is what I believe. I'm so blessed to be a tour guide, Chief.
You are.
And like I always tell, like any other tour guides, we are the ambassador of our country.
That's right.
We are the front line. So when people from outside coming in, they come to us. And you have to know your information. You have to know, you have to know your country. If people ask you, tell me about this. Do you know where Caracol is? Do you know where is Shenantonich? Or do you know where is Mountain Pine Ridge? You have to know your country.
That's right.
And with your information, people, you will able to help people. We're supposed to know our country. You know, I would be so shy if I would ask somebody, have you ever floated down the South Stank Creek River?
But I haven't, you know, but I know, but I know it.
No, I mean, you know, people that lives around here.
Oh, people that live around here.
People that lives right in the Stank Creek area.
Yeah.
You know, who can come and do this, man?
Exactly. I've done cave tubing up
in Nahok End.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been to many caves and mountains, obviously, because of the show, no?
Yeah.
But the more I know, the more I get to find out, the more I'm amazed.
You know, Chief, the funny thing, you know, what I always get from people is that, you know, when they come here, they always tell me, oh, I only thought that I supposed to take a picture by the replica by the Mayan site, by the roadside, but I never know if, you know, things like this happen back here.
Yes.
And I tell them, well, you didn't miss out.
And then they miss out for true. I made a miss out too.
And I tell them this is where all the, you know, the good things, the action they happen, man.
Yes, that's action. And,
yeah.
And it's so good. Listen, if you even just come and sit down where we are right now, just sit down and look at the water and look at the sky and look at the mountains, and we're quite good with that.
Yeah. What else you can ask for, Chief?
Exactamente.
Yeah.
Well, family boy, this is great. So this ATV that's coming here right now, yes. You said you're going to give me a ride on this?
Yes, Chief.
I will welcome that because then I don't have to climb up the hill.
Exactly. So I have this guy, the express guy that will take you all the way to the vehicle.
Very good.
So we got your back.
I noticed.
Yes.
I noticed. You got it covered. Right. So
you're going to go on this ATV now, Chief. Remember, you know, we're going to go on an ATV tour after this.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I do now?
So you go behind the guy and
go behind him, right?
And then from there you.
Okay. So let's go then. Where do I sit? Jason, I want to thank you for bringing me up that hill. Okay. You know, going down was easy, right? Yeah. But the coming up was a bit harder. So thank you so much, Jason.
No problem.
Let me get to know you, Jason. You are from around here?
Yeah, I'm from Santa Cruz, the village,
Santa Cruz,
about
the village
5
right
minutes
there?
from here. Yeah.
Okay, and you've been working here for a little while?
For about 4 months now.
Okay.
Yep.
And you enjoy what you're doing?
Yeah. It's a good job.
Right.
It's enjoyable to work here, you know?
Okay.
You get to do a lot of things, ATV, river tubing, and you enjoy a lot.
Very good, yeah. Jason. All right, thank you so much, Jason, for bringing me up, for rescuing me, right? So, Federico, we are on an ATV here. Yeah. We're going to take a little spin, right?
That's right, Chief. I see Paul excited by your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you been on the bike, Chief?
Many years ago.
Many years ago now. Yeah, that's the same message that I get from many people. You know, that they've been on the bike, but many years.
Yeah.
But don't feel intimidated. That's why we're here, to help, to explain, what to do in terms of when you go about doing these tours, Chief.
And the ATV tour that I would do, you said would last for how long?
Yeah, well, this is 45 minutes. This is what we call a jungle tour.
The jungle tour.
Yeah, so remember, but right now the trails are really nice, Paul, because, we have some muds, that we go along and that make it, make the ride kind of excitement.
Excited.
Yeah.
Okay, excitement.
So, yeah. So you're passing at this mud, you get some water upon you. Mm-hmm. So, which a lot of people love that, no? Okay. So this is a 45 minutes jungle tour, Chief. Okay. That is what we're gonna do.
Right now?
Right now. So, Chief, you they sit on your bike now.
Yes.
And Paul. So same thing, right? So we're ready to go. Yep. So if you notice that these bikes, Chief and Paul, they don't have no clutch. So they're clutchless.
Oh, so it's just a matter of pressing.
Just matter of pressing gas and then how you change your gas. So that is the most important thing.
But changing gas.
Changing gas and gas. So this is the gas. The channel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the channel, and this is the one that you're gonna use in terms of shifting your gas. You put your foot underneath the lever. Underneath.
Why you better drive?
No, underneath the lever, right here. See? Sorry, this side.
You better drive me.
Go up. you put your foot underneath, Chief.
Underneath.
Underneath, so. And then that's where you're going to shift from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Look at how the bike come in, Chief. Look how the bike come in, Chief.
Well, the ATV ride. How was your ATV ride?
It was very eventful. Very, very eventful. Seen a lot. Got to get, of course, dirty, muddy. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. No complaints.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
North Carolina. You have jungles like these in North Carolina?
No, not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. Absolutely not. Not like this. Not like this.
What do you think of our country?
Honestly, very friendly country. I love it. I wouldn't mind coming back out here. Very fun. Very fun place to be.
So it's the first time you have ATV'd in mud like this?
Yeah, very first time ever on the ATV, and look what happened. So yeah, everything's great.
Awesome experience.
Great. Awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah. So any highlight of your experience? What was the most outstanding part of it?
I would just say just seeing everything that's out here, being able to travel through the jungle. It was very, very, very nice. I wasn't expecting it. So just that was more so my highlight of everything, just being able to view how beautiful this place is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I call it the most beautiful country in the world.
It is the most beautiful.
Yes.
It is the most beautiful. Absolutely.
Thank you for talking with me, man.
Thank you. Come on, get dirty with me.
That's okay. Look, that's okay. Well, welcome to Belize, and I hope you continue enjoying your stay here in our beautiful country.
Thank you.
All right, all the best to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know you want to go and change off now.
See how easy that, Chief?
Yeah, it came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back to me. I'll try it after then. I'll try I just want to take a lead spin and come back. I don't know if Papa will go in, but we'll see.
Right. Go there. Lift it up. Now, slowly. Yeah, there you go, Chief. Bricks. Yeah, man.
Well, Pedrito and Paul, I had a good time, and this has just whet my appetite because I got to come back and enjoy this to the full extent. You know, I want to do the tubing. I would like to do at least a few of the zip lines, and obviously the ATV tour, and visit the waterfalls and spend time doing them, right? So I'd like to thank you, Pedrito, for the wonderful opportunity you have given. You have been so good. And what's amazing to me is that you name Villanueva, you know, Villanueva, which is good, right? So Pedrito Villanueva.
Yeah, it go in. I think it in the blood. Yeah, I do believe.
Yeah, for sure.
But Mr. Rene Villanueva, it was my pleasure to have you this afternoon at Mayan World Adventure Park. And of course, to Paul as well.
Paul.
No?
Yeah,
Paul. What? Paul.
We can't leave without getting comments from Paul.
Paul, yeah. So, Paul, what do you think of the adventure park?
This is a life. This is a life treat for anybody who comes here. Pedrito, guests at them. We are proud that it's part of Belize, and southern part of Belize also. But the natural environment here, the tropical rainforest, the mountains, the river, the vegetation, the bird life, it goes on and on. But I echoed it at the beginning, but it's never too much to echo words of gratitude from my heart. So first of all, when I repeat Miss Nancy Rodas Palmer for welcoming us and readily saying, yes, come over. And we only came here to meet the guy at the booth, Mr. Josue Rodriguez. So it's very professional and welcoming. And then just after that, here came Mr. Pedrito Villanueva, who took over control, Chief,
like
until the real end of it. So I met the guy, Mr. Miguel Ayala, who guided us on that horse ride, Chief. An excellent guide, you know, he very patient, speaks English and Spanish. But all in all, Chief, words of gratitude from my heart. To you too, Dr. Rene Villanueva, Chief, and to Ava Jean Sosa, and to, of course, Paul Mornings over there. A big thank you. And Chief, I don't want to forget to say thanks to the good Lord for giving us very good weather and safety throughout the entire tour from Wednesday up to this very moment here at Mayan World Adventure.
Yes. God is great, you know, and God is love. Right, Pedrito?
That's right.
Right, and
Chief.
it's good to find family way over on this side, you know. Pedrito,
yes.
Villanueva.
Yes, the world is so small,
Only
Chief.
only one set of Villanueva color.
You know, the world is so small, Chief.
It's so small.
It's so small.
Didn't I expect that Pedrito Villanueva would be here.
You know,
so it's good to find you here.
It's good to find you, Chief. I always look at you on television only. But you know, sometimes life is busy sometimes. But you know, the good thing about a job that I have is that you meet different people, you know, at a daily basis, and you never know who you're gonna meet. You know, during the, you wake up one morning and you say, man, I never know if I meet Mr. Rene Villanueva, but here we are.
Like I never know I meet Pedrito Villanueva today.
Like here we are. You know, the world is so small. But again, it's for me is a gratitude to have you guys here. You know, I think this is one way how we can able to promote of what we have. You know, the beautification of our country. You know, there is so many good things to talk about our beautiful country, Belize. You know, but the only way how you can talk about it is you go and visit them.
Visit it.
You know,
and this is certainly a place to visit.
You know, and I believe that Mayan World is one of the best places that when people come, they left with memorable stuff that
and you come back.
And you come back, and definitely, Chief. I always get people that that usually come back second, 3 times to come visit me because say man, they really fall in love with the place.
Yeah.
But Belize is so amazing. We are in South Belize, southern part of Belize. It's so amazing. I can tell you, we are very close to Placencia. You know, if you're coming down to Corozal, Orange Walk, Belize City, Cayo, and if you're coming to Hopkins or Placencia to stay, it's not far, man. Come and visit us.
You pass it right on the road.
You pass it right on the road. People always come and take picture right by the temple.
Yeah.
But the behind the scene is where you have to get in.
That's right.
You have to get in here. Behind this is where the adventure starts.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Chief.
Well,
it was my pleasure, man.
The pleasure has been mine.
So Ava Jean Sosa, I met her in person now, and of course Paul, the camera guy, and of course my good friend Mahong.
Yeah. Chief, I use this opportunity to say to those who are listening or viewing, I would strongly suggest don't come alone. Come with your family. Come with friends. For those in Belize, on north, south, east, west, whatever, offshore, mainland, whatever, and to the visitors worldwide who are watching, don't come alone if you can. Please bring along friends, bring along family. You will enjoy it even more.
And our national anthem says, nature has blessed thee, the second verse of our national anthem, nature has blessed thee with wealth untold, or mountains, and there they are, and valleys where prairies roll. Yeah. Right? So, the wealth untold of Belize is in its nature, and you can experience nature at its fullness out here. So let us love Belize, let us treasure Belize, and we know that love is a choice that we make. We love God, we love our country Belize, we love our fellow Belizean, we love our families, we love our friends, we just love everybody and everything that God has created. And because we choose to love, we always say this, Pedrito, Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love.
Hand in hand, we've got to achieve. Have some faith, you've got to believe. To each his own, yes, we realize. You play your part and we recognize.